All right, welcome back to another episode of Can of Worms. We're here tonight taking a look at Back for Blood, the spiritual successor to the Left 4 Dead pixelation series.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, is it pixelated on your end?
Yeah.
Well, you can just keep talking. It's fine on mine.
True. All right, starting over. Welcome back. I forgot.
You can do it, buddy. You can do it, Scooter.
Okay.
Come on.
It's okay. I know, right? My old age. God damn it. So welcome back to Can of Worms. We're taking a look at Back for Blood tonight. It is the spiritual successor to the Left 4 Dead series. Produced by the same team from Turtle Rock Studios, formerly Valve South. Now, they are being published this time by Warner Brothers Games, so I think we're all right to be a little bit cautious on that.
You know what,
especially
actually,
with Warner Brothers being picked up by AT&T recently, as of May, I believe.
You know what really sucks is if you go to this game on its Steam page and you click Turtle Rock Studio, it redirects to Warner Brothers.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
This is the only game on Steam that has been put out by that name. Even though they made Left 4 Dead and all that stuff, like by name, like their name on the box, this is the only game that they have to that studio.
Yeah.
But it's weird because other games like that, like we were just looking at, The Ascent for Neon Giants, and it shows Neon Giants with just one game on it. I don't know why this is redirecting to Warner Brothers.
Well, now keep in mind that Turtle Rock also did the Evolve game, but that was published by 2K, who decided to gatekeep everything behind microtransactions.
Oh,
Day one.
Yep, which destroyed that game quickly. So thankfully,
I was looking forward to that game too, and I was real big mad about it.
Yeah, you were not the only one, man. And it was 2K doing the usual 2K bullshit. If you're not accustomed to the usual 2K bullshit, I say go play GTA Online.
Yeah. Chris, have you seen much about this game or how this card system works?
No, not at all. I'm kind of leaving myself in the dark about it. Like, I am watching this, and I'm going to take in all the info you give. But I was like, I want to start it fresh, see how it is comparatively. But since we're doing this, go for it.
Let me show you. Yeah, let me show you how this works.
Fuck me.
Because I actually really like how it works. Because one of the things I've seen people bitching about is how this is so different from Left 4 Dead, but I love it so much because it's not Left 4 Dead.
Can I just say that I love the name Soda Can Dan?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So over here, you see I have Evangelo hovered right now, and you'll see, so Evangelo can break out of grabs once every 60 seconds, and that is, there's certain special class monsters that can put you in a grab state where someone has to rescue you. He can
Like
break
the hunters
himself up.
and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Nice.
But he also has breakout speed is faster, and he regens stamina faster. These two passives are what he as an individual gets, but he also gives a team effect of everyone on the team gets increased movement speed by 5%.
Dude, what an MVP that guy is.
Right?
Every character has their own... Damn it, John Goodman.
Stapler.
There we go.
Every character has their own stapler.
God damn it. I picked it so fast in this recording. There we go. So John Goodman here, Hoffman. So he gets +1 offensive inventory as his personal perk. So it's like hand grenades and pipe bombs. And there's a couple of new offensive equipment like razor wire that you can put down. Or firecrackers, which you just throw out a packet of firecrackers and it distracts the zombies. Also flash grenades. Basically,
what is a ridden?
Ridden is what they call the zombies in this. But
It's a terrible name.
Bad name. They're running out of names for him. I'm not even mad about that.
The good thing is that they don't just call them ridden; they call them zombies. They just to classify the enemy, they called it ridden. I'm fine with it; doesn't matter. But his team effect is that everyone on the team gets 10% max ammo capacity. So I usually pick him, so that way there's at least one of him. But if someone else picks him, I really don't give a fuck. I don't use the melee weapons as much, so I usually have a sidearm and a primary weapon, so having the extra ammo helps me out a lot. So what we have here are the corruption cards. At the beginning of each mission, you get a corruption card. Since I'm on intermediate, it gave me 2. And it can be modifiers to the level or additional conditions to meet, and you get extra gold if you do it, or copper, which is your currency.
Yeah, like side mission kind of shit. I like that.
Kind of. So it's like the speedrun one, they give me a timer. We need to beat this level in that timer, and we get extra gold at the beginning of the next round. Okay. Then
is there a difference between gold and copper?
No, I keep saying gold. I'm trying to say copper, but when I say gold, I mean copper. It's a force of habit.
No, that's fine. I'm just wondering why the fuck would you pick copper? Like, just save money.
I'm sure there's a reason. I don't really care the reason, but you get more money if you do the objective for those, and those can range from like the speedrun one that we have here, which is actually a pretty lenient like timer as long as you don't fuck up. There's ones where, like, if you don't trigger security doors or birds, then you get more money. If everyone makes it out, like all 4 of your party members make it out, you get more money. But then there's also the actual level modifiers. So this one is the birds. So what crows do is they're pockets of birds that are eating corpses. And if you disturb the birds, then it'll cause a horde. What that card does is it increases the amount of birds in a particular part of the level, making it, harder to navigate. You have to take some alternative routes. So you get the negative modifiers, but after you get a negative modifier, at the beginning of every round, you get this one. So +1 extra life, and I'll explain how that works in a bit, and +1 maximum HP. Pretty helpful.
Sure, the viewers want to see what the action looks like.
Shut up. And then at the beginning, when you're selecting your character, you select a deck. That deck is full of cards, and at the beginning of each level, it gives you 5 cards. You choose one, and that is a passive you permanently have for the rest of your run. So now,
pretty cool.
I will skip ahead. It's got a little bit of a randomness to it, a little bit of a roguelike to it. I kind of like that.
There we go. It's beautiful looking. Nope. Never mind. Not beautiful. We are in the hood.
It'll fix itself on your end.
No. That's not what I meant.
Oh, you mean the shitty hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say not pixelized.
Yeah.
Although Nick pulls this Chad move. Here, I'm gonna stab you in the face.
I just want to make sure they're alive. So one really neat thing, if you didn't already know, Chris, this game is crossplay.
Really?
So if you check out the person that's trying to join right now, they have a little Xbox symbol next to them. They're on their Xbox.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This is crossplay between PC, Xbox, and PS4.
You mean Max Dragon is an Xbox player?
Listen, man.
Sorry, it's a douchebag name.
They probably made it when they were 12.
It's true.
And, as a 14-year-old, I can understand how, how anxious they can make you. So what this menu is here is you can buy your equipment, ammo, heal yourself, buy upgrades for your gun, or buy new guns, and all that stuff is pretty much random other than the buying of your ammo and the offensive equipment. The guns and attachments and perks are random every time you visit that shop.
Everybody ready?
By the way, we've had some comments on some of our recent videos about how negative we are. I don't know what people expected from the name of the channel, but welcome to Can of Wyrms. We're going to say some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much all video long. Now that you're all accustomed to it, move the fuck along.
Yeah, and if you're fully willing to accept bullshit and pay $60 for it, you go right ahead.
Yeah.
You're also an idiot.
But
Wrong channel.
I guess to say something that people may not like, I think this is way fun. I've had more fun with this beta than I've ever had with Left 4 Dead.
All right.
I mean, honestly, this is definitely something I'm going to play.
Yeah. There's just enough, changing in the game between like what guns I end up using and the perks I get that, you know, I keep playing it just to fuck around. So right here, this door is locked. Since it's a wooden door, we can just fucking break it.
Also,
Of course,
like,
that's going to attract zombies, I'm assuming.
It can if they're close by. There is a little bit of that. Louder weapons can attract zombies if they're in like a certain vicinity, but it's pretty lenient for that. It really only matters for extremely loud weapons. Like there's a 50 caliber rifle in this. It's loud as a motherfucker. And
like it should be.
yeah, like it should be. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
exactly it. Like it's slow to fire, slow to reload, does a ton of damage single shot, and it can attract zombies when you may not want to. But it's like,
I mean, it's what you need to take down some of the bigger ones.
yeah, like if you hit a weak point with that, then it will do a ton of damage. Like I think on intermediate, if I have the 50 cal, I can kill one of the bruisers, which we'll see in a little bit. I think I can kill them in like 3 shots, which is pretty goddamn hard to do.
So, are you guys waiting to lower this drawbridge, I guess, until everybody's sort of ready to go?
Yeah, he went back to go. I think he was getting a gun, and I just wanted to drop this canister down there to start a fire.
Oh, that's amazing.
Boom.
I mean, the graphics, they're not insane, but I mean, they're pretty enough that
They get the job done, right?
yeah.
You know, it's not what's going to pull people. Like the graphics aren't going to pull people to the game, but like the design and gameplay are exactly what it needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, like, certain games, like, you know, slaughtering zombies, I'm not going to be so, like, into the, oh, does this have ray tracing and this and that? I'm going to say, is it fun? I'm not playing this game to drink tea and stick my pinky out and critique the, you know, like, no, I'm playing this to slaughter some zombies, and as long as that's good, that's all I'm looking for out of that game.
Yeah.
That's why I bought the last Call of Duty. I literally still haven't played a multiplayer match. I just wanted to play Outbreak.
Oh yeah, there's a solo mode.
Yeah, and it was really just to relax and shoot zombies, and you know, have it be a little bit different than the traditional wave system.
Yeah.
But you know, while we're on it, they're going to obviously use some of the Left 4 Dead nostalgia, or they're counting on that to sell.
I mean, the game is called Back 4 Blood for a reason.
Yeah,
And
it was kind of a fuck you to the last company, you know.
Well, and the thing is, like, 2K may have mistreated them, but from what I read in the article, they were always pretty happy with Valve in general. What they weren't happy with was sort of the Valve, take your time and whenever it's done, release it kind of mentality. Still, what I meant was, you know, they're obviously going to count on some of that nostalgia to sell this game. But with the people who are complaining that it isn't Left 4 Dead, why the fuck would you want it to be Left 4 Dead? Go play Left 4 Dead. Like,
Right.
you want something at least somewhat different.
Well, the thing that gets me about that, like, you get people that complain about a lot of games and stuff, and I know we're a little guilty of it, but at the same time, we're not sitting here saying, like, oh, we want the same game. We're saying, yeah, we do want different. If a game brought out the same thing over and over again, I mean, it's like, and feel free to go ahead and comment and hate on me. This is Chris, and I'm going to say, just like Fast and Furious, it's like, how many well, no, okay, Fast and Furious may not be good. It's like Nickelback. How many times are you going to put out the same song?
Yeah. So,
you know,
so Chris, I actually backed this up a little bit just to show you. So the like zombies have been pretty tame up to here. And so I mentioned earlier, like it's pretty easy if you don't fuck up. But then I fuck up
Nick
immediately and I scare these crows. And when you scare the crows, it causes a horde immediately. And just right off the bat, you can see the difference.
Wow, that blood on your hands is blackened. I mean,
yeah, it's getting up there. Like, I think I kind of like that too, because you know, a lot of games stick to one type of zombie. They have either the DayZ, or not DayZ, I shouldn't say DayZ. What is that? World War Z, that movie where they were all runners and psychotic zombies.
oh god,
And those games are pretty freaking hard. I mean, I'll be honest, and then you get like the slow Shaun of the Dead zombies, you know. And if you get both in one game, I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
You've got red on you.
Also, like, not all of the special class zombies are in the beta, I'm pretty sure. But there's a pretty good variety in what I've seen so far because there's, of the large hulking special enemies, there's one that just hauls ass full speed like a Mack truck at you and explodes. And then, like, the poison he puts on you slows you.
Oh,
Would it
anti-poison.
actually damage you?
Yes.
Oh, God.
And actually, I run into one of those here in a second because, like, he hops over the truck at me and I try to run away. And it physically blows you back. Like, you'll watch me try to get out of this room and he explodes and it shoots me right back into the room.
Tell him I hate him.
Right in advance.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about this before you got here, Chris, or maybe it was right before you got here. They are all in red now, just bloody as fuck.
Yep.
And
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, like
They're covered.
yeah, I'd be wiping my eyes out. But Nick was saying, like, you know, especially later on when you can actually, there's friendly fire, like you'll shoot your teammates because they're not like pristine anymore, you know, as the level goes
Yeah,
on.
you don't even recognize them as a human anymore.
Right.
That's crazy.
Why is that?
So big question, and I know this is right now only in the open beta. Is there the PvP version of like they had in Left 4 Dead where people
Yeah.
can be the zombies?
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh
So-
God.
So I don't know if you saw it, but this big bastard, this is not this big bastard.
Yeah. Tell me when this is going to happen, just to make sure I do not miss it, because that sounds wonderful.
So hold on, let me kill this
What is
fucking
with
dude.
this weird zombie?
We kind of bugged out the AI. The AI isn't perfect right now, and it's still in the closed beta. They're fixing all that little shit, but since we're like inside, it's trying to get an angle to shoot us. So there he
Oh.
is, and he fucking explodes and yeets my ass back inside.
Nice.
Did it change you into third person automatically?
Yes, it's so you can tell where the fuck you're flying.
Oh,
It's a lot
Oh, there's
less
another one.
disorienting when you're playing.
there's another one. Whee! Oh, that is a big radius he blows up in. And
Yeah.
more crows to your left.
Yeah, and for the crows, as long as you don't physically touch them or get too close to them or shoot them, then they won't trigger. You can actually throw a grenade or pipe bomb on top of them and kill them all. But otherwise, if you want to clear them, like you and a couple other people need to shoot them.
I find
And-
irony in that, where it's like you're making it sound easy, like, oh yeah, you don't have to shoot them, and I'm just thinking stray bullets, and then all the other stuff, and then you're like, and the only thing you have to do to make them not make noise is throw something at them that's going to make 12 times more noise
Yeah.
than they do.
Right.
I'm like, I like the decision making process in that though, because you know some people aren't going to realize that, and they're going to throw a grenade saying, "Ha, watch this," and everyone's going to be like, "You idiot."
Asshole. Run.
So this is
I'm usually that idiot, just saying.
This is actually a nice thing. So, like, when I was picking up this propane tank, there was a rifle on the floor. It's the exact same rifle as what I have in my hands, but it had an ACOG and a silencer on it.
Ooh.
And I was like, I stopped and looked. I was like, what's the difference? Oh, it has attachments. Let me pick that up. Oh, hey, cool.
Yeah, silence is
mine,
golden in the zombie apocalypse. Shit.
What's neat with the suppressors in this, so I mentioned before where, like, of course, if you make more noise, then it could bring close zombies to you. But just having that would be kind of boring in this. So if you put a suppressor on your gun actually does increased damage if the zombie is not aware of you yet. So when you put it on a sniper and you shoot a zombie that's not like even alerted by your presence yet, it does more damage.
I like the old piratey lady.
Oh yeah, I forgot what her. I think she gives everyone increased stamina. I can't remember.
Her name is Soda Can Dan. It is ma'am.
Miss Dan.
Oh, I gotta cut that part out. Actually, that's probably gonna get
You don't have to.
it. No, the it is ma'am part.
Yeah, that part we want to cut.
That'll get us into, especially because there was an issue last week with that same exact person going into a Star Wars shop
Oh God.
trying to make some like guy who was Like the dude who owned this store, like you could look at him and be like, "Bitch, you were there at Dirt's first birthday." Like he was so old. I can't imagine that they would be shocked that he wasn't, uh, up on his gender pronouns,
Yeah.
so to speak.
So here you go,
Anyway.
Chris. So the next round is about to start. I get my modifier. So in this case, no one left behind. If all four of us make it to the exit, then we get more gold. I get my bonus health and my extra life. And I can choose a new one of these 5. Now, the problem with the beta right now is there's only the starter deck, which only has these 5 in it. So, like, it's more of like a proof. It's more of a proof of concept of this is what it will be like, but the other cards aren't in yet.
So now, I may have missed it when you were saying this. Now, do you make your own deck, or do these come
You can. I don't know if I just haven't unlocked them yet. I've played the game for a good 6 hours, and I probably could unlock them, and I just haven't cared to look up how. Like, it's pretty much just been game ends, queue up for a new game. Like, I haven't actually... There's probably somebody I can talk to at the camp, and I just haven't had the patience to. But yes...
That has been my issue lately with almost every game, is that I just don't have the fucking patience to learn every little system, or even wait through a lot of introductions. I'm like, God damn it, just let me play the game. Stop treating me like I'm some sort of invalid with all of these tutorials.
Yeah. I've been trying to play more than I learn just because I want to see more of the game. But yes, when you get more cards, you will be able to create your own deck, and those cards will be randomly put into those piles of 5 at the beginning of each mission for you to choose.
Now, how long does this beta run?
So right now I'm in the early access, which runs until the end of this week, I think. So I think that's going to be running until the 9th or 10th. And then the open beta is happening sometime after that. I know it's sometime next week.
Now, this game is actually scheduled to come out in
October. Yeah.
All right, so October 12th is the scheduled date, which means if they're running a beta now, let's see, if they were owned by Amazon, it would mean that their actual release date would probably jump up to December 31st. Because fuck you, Amazon.
2029?
Yeah. I'm so sick of them pushing games back over and over. Like, we get it. All of your games up until now have been fucking disasters.
The open beta is August 12th through 16th.
Okay.
So, I mean, this, especially since I'm in the early access, like, this beta is going to be going on for a minute. But, I mean, I'm having tons of fun with it. Even if it's just this one... so, one act has 4 parts in it.
Oh, did you by chance stop the video?
No.
Something's not right here.
Did Discord mess up?
Well, if you guys just left the room again, then no. You're good.
I just backed up.
Oh, okay. It was weird. It stopped, and then I saw like a double headshot, and I was like, ooh, nice.
Well, then I will go forward. There we go. Oh, man, I fucked up.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
No, we need to see this part. So, after we cross past this white van, it spawns the ogre. And, man, he's cool.
Now, is the ogre like the ultimate oh shit enemy?
Well, you watch him spawn and you tell me.
Oh, Jesus.
Howdy.
You can kill him. You absolutely can kill him. There's 2 different points in this map where you can kill him.
With what?
It's not an ammo thing. It's you have to use something mechanical to do it.
No, it's an ammo thing. If you want to dump a bunch of ammo into it, you can. He has big glowing like Resident Evil weak spots.
Yeah, but, I mean, is there a big glowing tank that you can find, or because I'm not trying to shoot that thing with a 50 cal. Oh, what is that?
That is something called a stinger. If you get hit by him too much, if you don't die, he'll lock you down and someone has to rescue you.
I thought it was Spider-Man for a minute. Go back. Or don't. You know, it's up to you.
I had to fucking put my hand back on the mouse.
No, no, no.
All right, we'll just let it go here. Fuck it.
He looked like he was shooting out spider webs. I'm guessing
Yeah.
those were actually stingers.
No,
right?
they're webs.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is webs. Like, if you get hit too many times, like, when he hits you, he slows you down. And if you get hit too many times, it will lock you in place with webs.
zombie man, zombie man. Oh shit. Run. The thing is, like, it's one of those games again that I can actually enjoy watching.
Yeah.
Which is kind of rare, especially for me. There's not a lot of them, but
So, big problem that I just have is, or just had, was my team tried to fight the ogre out there. What you can actually do is run to this point, and he will just stick his arm through, and you can shoot a weak point.
oh,
But they're downed out there, so now I'm gonna maneuver my way over here, and I say fuck that noise, and I go back in here, and we'll actually watch. He'll shove his arm through here. He just threw a meatball back at them.
amazing. They didn't do any damage to him.
Yeah,
Well, I
no,
guess-
you have to hit the weak points to do a decent amount of damage to him.
So he'll take damage anywhere, but the weak points are really the only way to actually, like realistically take him out.
Yeah. And he throws big... me and my roommate keep calling them meatballs, but he throws out these big explosive bombs, and they will, I'm pretty sure they immediately knock you down or just do a shit ton of damage.
Oh, if you take a good hit from him, you're done.
Yeah. So there we go. There's the
Yeah,
meatball.
you better move, buddy. Oh.
He hit the rafter.
Holy shit. Run. Oh my god.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
can advance, but I wanted to pick at least one person up so I didn't have to go through this next part by myself.
Yeah. So what happens to the people who, those two who are obviously they're done in? Are they stuck watching the rest of the level, or is it like Battle Royale where they're off to their next game?
No, so what happens is their bodies will despawn and then they will be put up at a further point in the level for me to rescue.
Oh.
It's the same thing that Left 4 Dead did that, Vermintide does that. And
Yeah.
you'll see before too long, they'll eventually spawn outlined in yellow, and that's where I can rescue them. And you can actually see there on the left, there's that health sign, 20 meters. That's somebody that can be rescued.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna
So-
I'm just gonna skip forward because I just shoot this thing for a bit.
Yeah, good call. That seems like something I do. Like the first Left 4 Dead, by the time I got into it, I think Left 4 Dead 2 was about to come out. And anyway, long story short, I never really got to play either of them multiplayer. Because by the time that I would have played them multiplayer, there was other shit I wanted to play, and it was just time for me to move on.
Right.
And then with Vermintide, I think I only ever really played multiplayer with you guys, and by the time we played that, remember, Nick, you were like level 50 billion? And
Yeah, I
so
was
there
maxed out
threat.
on
Yeah,
Carillion.
there was no threat. None of us were dying in any of those games, so I've actually never really dealt with this.
Well, the difficulty we played on, like, if I'm playing Carillion, then I can solo, like, not even with bots. If I had the choice to do it without bots, I could have done it without bots.
Yeah, and if we played it on the harder modes, we might have caught an arrow to the knee or back of head and been done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good times. Good times. I like the combat, though. I got to admit, it looks like. I mean, I don't want to say.
Do you like how I pull up my scope and it's just crusted with blood?
I actually do. I really like that. Like, I don't know if that's something that they were trying to show off.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be. It's done so cleanly.
Well, it's the funny thing is, like, if you look, like, in that one room where we realized that, Jesus, you guys were all covered in red. If you just were to look at that by itself, you might think, okay, it's over the top. But if you look at, all the weapons, like the scopes and your hand, the blood is, I like how it's done because it's a very dark, like, the kind of look of blood that's already sort of coagulated.
Yeah.
It's not that overly bright red sort of blood that you see in a lot of games.
Right. So here we go. We got another one of these explodey dudes. Shoot them in. Their weak point is their chest. So the whole deal is while they're barreling at you, you need to shoot them in their chest.
So do all of the special zombies have a glowing weak point that you can kind of suss out?
Yes, all of them have a big nemesis weak point, but some are a lot harder to hit than others. So the Stinger, which is the one that you said looked like Spider-Man, the Stinger, his is also in the middle of his chest, but he's also usually well above everyone, like hanging off of a door or a rafter or off the wall. So not only do you have to avert your attention elsewhere, but sometimes he hangs on at weird angles to where like his chest may be pointing a different way and you have a hard time getting that shot.
Oh no. Okay.
But then also there's the Bruisers, where their weak point is actually just above their shoulder, like kind of like on their forearm or it's like their forearm or their bicep. They have these gigantic arms that they punch really hard with, and they only have the one really big arm, and they're super duper tall and lanky.
Oh.
So what they do is while they're walking,
zombie.
they walk slowly towards you, but they tuck their arm behind their body.
Oh, that's shitty.
So
well, I mean, it's good, but
I actually love that they're more difficult to deal with because they are slow and lumbering, but take more damage.
it's the same ogre.
Yeah. So this is the second point in the map that I said where you can shoot them.
Oh shit! Why are they all so dumb? Get
Yeah.
out of there!
Yeah, I don't know. One of them's a bot, and my dumbass got grabbed out of the door.
Wow. Oh wow.
So I actually went down, but we kill him quick enough. Something happens here. His AI kind of bugs out, and he just walks back and forth. I think it's because I'm downed right here, and he's trying to target me.
Oh, shoot him in the dick.
Yeah, so we just shoot him in the dick until he dies. I'm just gonna
That's the way to do it.
skip ahead a little bit here. So we kill him. We proceed to the next part.
I like the level design. I mean, it does remind me a lot of Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I mean it's
So explain to me though, what is it about this in particular that people are saying is so drastically different from Left 4 Dead? That,
it's all the additions. It's
progression
from the people that I've been talking about. It's not even that they dislike it. It's not what they expected. They expected Left 4 Dead, and they were given Left 4 Dead with a few tweaks, and those few tweaks are all they can focus on. So it's like, for example, there was one person I was talking to in game chat where he was just like, I don't understand why they can't just give us guns. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, I don't understand why we have to get attachments and stuff separate. Why don't they just give us the guns with the attachments? I'm like, so you can build the gun along the way.
also because people love progression. Did you miss Call of Duty?
Yeah.
It came out
I was
a
about
long
to say,
time
like,
ago.
if you want Call of Duty, go play Call of Duty.
Right. And it's like on forums, I've seen people talking about like, oh, well, I don't like how your melee weapons can friendly fire. They did that in Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, like maybe you're misremembering, but that was always a part of the
But I had no friends.
playing single player. Well,
Yeah.
fuck you then. I did too.
Also, every now and then you'll find these first aid kits on the wall. For 400 copper, you can heal yourself a pretty decent amount.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yep. So
Like,
you really got to choose, do I really want to heal myself that badly? And I was almost dead, so the answer was yes. But this is what I was talking about before, where these fuckers jump around and stuff, and sometimes
Yeah,
they
I
point their
noticed.
chest in weird ways. Where
Also,
like,
it seemed like you were popping him in the chest, but he wasn't taking damage like he should have.
oh, I was missing. I was totally
you?
missing. Yeah, so when you hit a weak point, it's either red if it kills, like you'll see me shoot, and the reticle either goes red, white, or yellow.
Okay, I've got you.
Red means you
So-
killed it.
Right.
White means
Yellow-
you hit it, and yellow is a weak point.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
If you hit a weak point and they die, it goes to red because they died. But like, let's say I'm using, like I have this Glock here, for example. There is distance fall off in terms of damage on your weapons. So if I were to shoot someone very far away with the Glock, it would do very little damage. If I hit the weak point, it will flash yellow. They won't die because my Glock just did like 1 damage.
I got you. All right. Well, I was talking shit about Soda Can or D-Max Dragon, but he lasted longer than Soda Can Dan.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
So I'll just go ahead because we're kind of... Man, I picked a really weird time to point to.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the round to start. We waited around to see if anyone would fill the bot slot, and no one did, so we just ended up continuing.
I feel like there's a lot of alliteration in today's video.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, I actually really dig this level. The look of it.
Yeah. It's
that
linear,
fucking
just
well
like
played.
it's linear, like Left 4 Dead's always been. But there's enough eye candy and enough like verticality. I kind of wish there was more verticality, but there probably will be more as the levels come out.
Mm-hmm. More verticality means more special zombies. I'm perfectly fine with ground fighting. Like,
So-
I always hated like the witch. Oh fuck the witch.
Yeah, there are enemies in this. So the witch has kind of been split up into a couple of different things from what I can tell. So
Thank God.
like the crows, if you bug the crows, they cause a horde, which is similar to what the witch did.
Yeah.
But there's also these fucking things called sleepers. They are these weird face hugger looking things that are on walls.
I
And
stabbed that dude right in the face. Like,
If you
twice.
walk too close to a sleeper's pod, he will burst out of the pod, grab you, and start clawing you on the ground.
That sounds like what happens when people wake me up. I can understand that.
Yeah. Also, this is the second type of the larger enemies. That thing was called a belcher, I think is what it was called.
You shot that girl right in the ear.
Yeah, it was her fault. She walked in the way.
I know. I'm just saying, he was like, "Don't shoot teammates." I'm like, "Well, don't walk in front of field of fire."
But what they do, where the other one will run at you full speed and suicide bomb you, those will sit at a distance and shoot the acid at you to slow you down
And damage you, right?
and damage you.
Ooh. Okay. I was gonna say I can handle being slowed down at a distance, but damn it.
Well, getting slowed down in a horde can be a death sentence.
Oh, fair enough. Shit.
So these assholes jumping around. The AI on those aren't very good right now. And
I think they struggle to find a place to latch.
yeah, it may just be the map because like this section that we're on is not very vertical at all.
Yeah.
But then
And it feels like they always have like it almost seems like their AI, and I'm just making a speculation here, that basically the primary thing is to find a place to jump to
yeah,
and not fight on the ground at all. So in little gaps like that, there's I see what you mean. That is a cool enemy.
I like it a lot.
Oh, they look amazing.
Yeah, they are menacing.
They spent some time making these characters. I like
Yeah.
it.
There's another class of that type of enemy. I forget. I think they're called grapplers, but I can't remember. It has the same big arm, but instead of slamming it down, it grabs you with a big tentacle arm and then just strangles you in place.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Honestly, I wasn't really looking forward to this game all that much because there were a lot of things I didn't like about Left 4 Dead, like the fact that there's really no progression.
Yeah.
But after watching this, I'm actually pretty excited about it.
It's a fun fucking game, man.
I'm one of those people who's like a severe introvert to the point where I don't like to queue up for like multiplayer lobbies when I don't know people.
Yeah.
But like this is the kind of game I could definitely play with the four of you when there's time.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
even with one of you, you know.
Yeah, multiplayer games are more fun when you actually know someone going in. I mean, like, I'm that way too, where it's like Call of Duty. When I play that, I mostly play zombies if it's just me, because I don't really like going into multiplayer lobbies unless I have someone to talk to and bitch to, and be like, "Oh, I have rubber bullets. I'm doing horrible." I can't do that when there's no one I know on.
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit just because we're starting to get to our wrapping up point. But this is what I mean by verticality. Like, I actually like what happens in this next section.
Yeah, go ahead and show us, because I just realized what time it was as well.
Yeah.
I've got to.
I need to make dinner. But see, we get to the end of this creek, and now we're going to this train yard, and like the level is literally vertical, is what I'm saying.
That's amazing. And no, shoot her, get her. Right, like, oh, you shot her in the ankle, man. That's brutal. I'm just kidding.
They'll walk it off. So those big motherfuckers will climb up the wall to get to you too.
Ooh, but they are not good at staying on the wall.
No, we shot his ass.
I know, but it's great. I enjoyed watching him fall. Oh, it's beautiful.
But yeah, I mean, it's fun, man. It's a simple game. It's not as build focused as something like Vermintide is, where your build is very important. You kind of just, you piece it together as you go. So it starts off as simple as Left 4 Dead, and then you just kind of are given building blocks as you play.
So it is very roguelite. I like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
well, between the card system, the corruption cards, and your deck, those give you passives that are permanent throughout your runs. Oh, I said I would mention the lives. We do eventually die. Like, the reason why this recording is an hour long is because we died on this part over and over again. The way it works is, so I mentioned that every act is 4 parts, right? You have 3 lives for all 4 parts, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So and you cap out at 3. So that's why I didn't mention it before, is because it didn't make any sense. So you cap out at 3 lives. And if during any part of the, let's say, act, if at any point in the act your whole squad dies, then you have to restart from the safe room. You don't lose everything, but you restart from the safe room with everything you originally started with.
Oh.
And then you lose a life. And then if you die 2 more times, you run out of lives, then the run's over. Fuck you, start over.
Good.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine with the little things that are like, fuck you, get good.
Yeah, I mean, because that gives you a lot of chances. I mean, because you guys are playing this on one of the harder difficulties too, right?
Right now, there's 3 difficulties, and this one is the middle. This is the third or the second difficulty. So this is intermediate.
Oh God, sorry, I'm yawning. Wow. Well, all right. I mean, I guess for anybody who's still watching, I got to stop saying it like that. But
just a simple game. I definitely think when there's more content, it'll be worth it. I already am having a blast, and even just this beta has crossplay that is fully functional. My game is having little to no technical difficulties, which is a huge deal for me on the PC side because I'm running NVIDIA hardware, which is traditionally, has a hard time on opening weeks. Game runs great. It's optimized great. It runs great on the consoles from what I understand. Yeah, that was sick.
Did you guys just shoot his fucking foot off when he jumped?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And it's like every gun I've picked up, it feels unique, and like putting the extra attachments on it and like, the different scenarios that they're good or bad in. It's not like the Barrett 50 cal is unusable in certain missions because it's so loud. It's just a new thing to consider. It's like when you load up a run and like my guy just starts with a pistol in the first room, let's say it has a Barrett 50 cal and an AK-47, I have to go, which one of these do I want to use, if either? And then I just continue from there, and I build myself up with the little blocks that it gives me as it progresses, and I really like that.
So, all right. Final thoughts then, apart from...
It's better than Left 4 Dead, fight me.
All right, well, that works for me. Chris, you got any final thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's good. I'm giving it a 2 buns up. I love it. Looks good.
Yeah, and I'm really in the same camp. I mean, I do want to see more of it, but considering that we're this far away, well, we're what, a few months away from
Couple
the
months,
actual
yeah.
release.
But at least we know the hype train is not unwarranted on this one.
Yeah, no, this is
Exactly.
it's just there's nothing bad about it. No awful controversies that we know of yet. The only bad thing about it is that it was published by Warner Brothers, and hopefully they don't get too greedy and ruin it.
That's my biggest concern. Thanks for bringing that up, actually.
But I mean, so far so good.
So, well, yeah, I guess so far so good, but we're still in the beta. They haven't released any of the microtransaction stuff they plan to.
Yeah, I'd say with this beta as a proof of concept, this is excellent.
So the one thing I do think, because they know that the game Evolve, which apparently had some really great concepts and got ruined by gatekeeping microtransactions, hopefully they were smart enough to build some of that into their contract with Warner Brothers. That's my only hope with this game, is that they remember what happened to Evolve when it comes to, I assume, it's really their baby. So I guess we're going to leave it there. For anybody watching, let us know if you have any trepidations or anything that we might have missed that you think is really important. And I guess we'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right.